What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Virzi Effect podcast show. My name is Paul Virzi, and you guys listening to episode 501. I don't know how many that is on in the new studio during pandemic, but got a great show for you guys today. A lot of stuff to talk about, especially 4th of July. I hope everybody had a happy and healthy and safe 4th of July. I hope all of your limbs, fingers, extremities are intact. And I actually say that seriously because rest in peace to the people that had died and passed away. I mean, that hockey goalie, we shoot fireworks here. God, why the fuck would I start this podcast like that? Hey guys, welcome to a comedy podcast. Hope everybody had a good 4th of July. Rest in peace to everybody that died. It's a weird thing to say. You know what? I'm going to put the chain out just because I want to. Anyway, yeah, man, we shoot fireworks and it's scary, man. You got to make sure, like I make sure everything is like down, like either bolted down, taped down, make sure that the cakes that we do are on a flat surface, nowhere where anybody could be hit. But there was a hockey goalie who was killed, rest his soul. There's people that like pictures of people blowing up their hands, people getting into critical condition and stuff like that, man. And it is scary shit. It is scary shit. We did the 4th of July party. And I'll start off with the fireworks show. My finale was like no other that I've had. There was a little bit of a glitch in the middle of the program that I will change for next year. We didn't have the music sunk in just right, sunk up just right. We kind of wanted to do a little lull in the middle of the program and then kick it up. Probably not going to do that again. But all in all, man, people loved it. It was a great fireworks show. The end, the finale, we let it go, man. And the kids were going nuts. Everybody seemed to like it. And I hope everybody's party was good. Here's the thing about hosting a party, being a host. Okay. Now I take hosting very seriously. Okay. So a few things we're going to talk about here. So a few things we're going to talk about hosting a party. First of all, when you host a party, a big party people want to come to, this is what you do. Okay. Listen to me. This is what you do. We're going to get into being the actual host. But when people call you up and say, here's how you know the people that are coming to your party are good people and you've chosen correctly. Remember in Indiana Jones, when he picked up the cup of a carpenter, he didn't take the gaudy, flashy one. It said, you've chosen wisely. Well, here's how you know if you've chosen wisely for the people that you've invited to your party. Don't invite the people that you think are cool, so you want them at your party because you think your party would be cool. Know you're cool and let it be those people's fucking privilege to be there. Number one. Number two, when people say, what should I bring? That's the big one. What should I bring? What should I bring? You know, that's the name of this episode. What should I bring? Should I bring dessert? And usually you go dessert. A lot of people bring wine. But I had a friend of mine say, hey, man, people are texting me what you like to drink. What should I say to them? And I go, no. Let them bring. I want to see what they bring. I want to know what type of person I'm dealing with here. Okay. Because if you get somebody that just grabs some cheap, they don't give a fuck what it is. They're just going to grab a white or a red bottle of wine. They didn't even look at the price. It's $10 and they're okay with that. That's somebody that may have to get cut out next year. Now, not because of I don't care. I'm just saying you could find out who your friends are. Not cut out, but I'd be like, oh, this cheap fuck. You know what I mean? You go to somebody's house, but I wanted to see. And everybody passed the test. Everybody who brought something brought some amazing stuff. And I was like, that's how I know I'm a good host. That's how I know I picked the right people. That's how I know this party is going to click and be great, because everybody here fucking gets it. Okay. Don't tell some. Well, listen, there were a couple people who were like, hey, man, you don't have to bring anything, but if you want to bring a dessert you like, that's like a typical, that's like the stock answer. Bring a dessert. If something you want to bring a dessert. Okay. But when it comes to booze, hey, what do you drink? I just let them. By the way, shout out to Kevin Ryan from the Are You Garbage podcast. Guy brings a bottle of, I probably shouldn't say this because I don't want him to fucking think he ever has to do it again. But guy showed up here with a bottle of Lagavulin. And I was just like, fuck, dude. That was like, and again, I don't want to come across as, when I go to somebody's house, I just get a nice bottle. Yeah. By the way, showing up empty handed, the only way you show up empty handed is if the people are like, listen, so many people are bringing things honestly, like just come honestly, like I mean it, like stuff like that is different. But you got to kind of you show up to a party, show up with something. I just get a nice red wine, because if you get a nice red wine, okay, and it's nice, and it's something that will go with the dinner. It's just a nice gift that could either sit there or they pop it right there and it tastes good. So either way, you're out of the woods as far as a shitty drink, right? They're either going to pop it there and go, oh my God, this is so nice. Or months down the line, they're going to have an Italian dinner and be like, oh yeah, Paul came here one time with that bottle. Let's get that. And then, oh my God, this shit is dope. So that's what you do with that. Let the people bring and you see. And you just make a mental note. But you can't be a good host at your party and enjoy your party till it's almost over. Okay. I'm going to say that again. You are not a good host of a party if you're enjoying yourself through the whole party. I'm cooking burgers for everybody, not frozen hockey pucks where I got to grab a fucking butter knife and pry them out and take paper and make sure I get all the paper off. That's bullshit. We buy pounds and pounds and pounds of ground beef and we make patties by hand and we throw them on the grill. That's what you do. So I'm doing that. I'm cooking dogs. I'm making sure the buns are out. I'm getting everybody fed. Everybody's in a line to get fed. Then there's sides. Then there's a hot dog station with chili and cheese and relish and onions and all that shit. Then somebody brings potato salad, macaroni salad, then everything, beans with bacon and all kinds of shit. So I'm doing all that. So I can only sip a drink. That's the way to do it. You got to just sip a drink and chill. Okay. You don't drink like an animal. You don't host a party and do shots like a fat fucking disgusting pig. You don't start eating cookies and drinking and go, hey, you guys are having a good time and you're all fucked up. That's what sloppy, shitty slobs do. You don't do that. What you do is you make sure your guests are having a great time. You make sure that they're fed. You make sure that they're comfortable. You make sure that they have the drink that they want to be drinking in their fucking hand at all times. You let them know different places of the party that they might want to go. Hey, just so you know, there's tents down there. If you want to sit in the shade, up on the deck, you see the sun. If you want to be up there, if you want to be downstairs away from the sun, you just let people know where they can go to be comfortable, where they could go to get food, where they could go to get the drinks and that. So you're running around. Okay. Then when everybody's fed and everybody's drinking, you walk around making sure there's nobody that's having a bad time. And if you do, you try to rectify. You okay? Everything go? Yeah, I'm just sitting there hanging out. Fine. Can I get anybody anything? Fine. Okay. Then I got to start thinking of the fireworks show. Got to make sure the safety, got to make sure the station's right, got to make sure the timing is right, got to make sure everybody's sitting. We fucked up. My dog got out. So as these fireworks are going up, my dog was trying to bite them as they were coming down and he was barking at them as they shot up in the air. Mistake on our part. We'll be better next year. That's it. So, you got to look at all kinds of things like that. Then when before things really pop off, you got to ask your wife, hey, is everybody having a good time? Does anybody need anything? Has there been any problems? Has there been anything said that was blah, blah, blah? You got to figure all that out. And when that's all good and a go and everybody's having a good time, then boom, fireworks go off. People clap, have a good time. Nobody was hurt. We were safe. Okay. Then we do a round 2 of dinner, giving everybody more food. And then that's when there's a fire. And then that's when Paulie can start to drink. That's when Paul could start to drink and, sit down and really kind of enjoy it myself. But that's when a lot of people start leaving. But then there's like the last part of the party, which are those like 8 people by the fire, the people that hang, the laggers. They're fun. They'll have a couple more drinks. They'll talk about the party, and there you have it. But if you're a good host, that's what you do. If you're a shitty host, you're eating a burger while grilling burgers. Okay. You're drunk. You burn stuff because people are like, oh, we're doing shots. You run and leave. All right. You don't check on how people are doing. You find out somebody didn't have a drink for a long time. I mean, you're just a shitty asshole, and people are gonna be like, that was okay. People kept saying, dude, I feel like I'm at a party that's trying to get a good Yelp review. And it's like, yeah, because it's not about me. It's about fucking you. It's about you being a guest in my home and making sure you're having the best damn time. That's what the fuck you do. You don't do you. Okay. You is the day before and maybe the day after. Okay. You're hungover. You clean up. Everything is good now. It's like the party never happened. And then you invite 1 or 2 friends over. You talk about the day before. You have a couple of pops. And then it could be about you for a little bit, but not the day of the party. All right. Then you got to find out. Then the next day you find out, was there an asshole? Was something said? And then if there was, and I'm not saying there was in my case, but if that's the case, if there was, then that person gets cut off the list next year. What you do is you cut everything out. You cut everything out. You make sure everything is good. So speaking of that, I'll give you guys some more some info here. I go to get my MRI read for my neck, and it wasn't good. Wasn't good. I found out that the disc is bulging a little more in my neck. I found out I have bone spurs. I found out my neck and shoulders have arthritis. And then I found out I have a rare condition, very rare, nothing horrible, but something like in the middle of my vertebrae, in the middle of my back, which is like almost a tear in my spine, which here's what I heard, can disappear on its own, can be asymptomatic and no issues, or continue to get worse and you have to have it like drained and sealed up and go through surgery and blah, blah, blah. So that was I remember saying to the doctor, I go, is this common? And he goes, no. He goes, been doing this 20 years. I've seen about 6 to 12. And I'm like, and why the fuck are you so calm and cool about this? Then obviously, like a lunatic, I read up on it and realized that it's nothing. Well, knock on wood, it's hopefully, I mean, there could obviously be complications with anything, but it's not in the part that is like near my brain or anything like that. And it was just a little bit like, whoa. But you go there, like, and this guy is just like, yeah, no, it's kind of, it's rare, but we just wait and see. And sometimes, and then I read about it and had my wife read about it, make sure I wasn't, and should be good. But if anybody on here listening has, I forgot what the name of it is, but it's basically like, sometimes if it's near like the brain, it could be fucked up. And obviously I'm hoping that that's not the case. And that doesn't seem to be the case at all here. I was told that that's not the case, but like a little tear in like the central spinal cord that fills up and then they kind of drain it out or something like that. I don't know. But a little fucking weird to hear that news in like a nonchalant, like, yeah, bulging disc. And then this is kind of rare. We'll watch it though. I was just like, all right. Yeah. My neck and back have been fucked up. I've had herniated discs in my lower back, issues in my neck, couple of car accidents. I don't know, but anyway, we shall see. And I'm buying new pillows for my neck. I did that yesterday. Me and Giannis Papas. This is how you know you're getting older. When you and your close friend are walking around Macy's with fucking handfuls of pillows. He had linens and bathroom rugs. I'm walking around with like literally Dr. Oz pillows in cardboard boxes, walking around Macy's, asking if is this all right? Yeah, will this work? I'm telling you, is this real foam? That's real down, right? I never said that in my life. Is that real down? So yeah, I'm just I'm just getting older, man. I'm getting older. I'm getting back pain. Now I got to watch my spine and my back and my neck. I mean, I got to have the right posture, maybe memory foam. Got to like stretch before bedtime now. I mean, all kinds of shit. Got to exercise. There's another thing I wanted to talk about. I don't know how to handle this. And I also don't know how to talk about it on this podcast when I know I'm going to talk about it about anything better, but I will talk about it on this in a different way. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you guys what's going on. And then on anything better with Bill Burr, I'll talk about what my plan is and how I got yelled at by my wife. Anyway, we got a little neighborhood situation going here. There's a guy in my neighborhood who yells at people, and he's in his like 40s. And if you go near his house, he says, get the fuck away from me. If you go near his grass, get the fuck, don't touch my thing. If your dog goes near, get the fuck out of here. I heard when he first moved in, neighbors came in to introduce themselves, or when the neighbors moved and he said, yeah, we don't talk to neighbors, please leave. Like that type of shit. Then I had a friend walk a dog. I had a friend look for a dog. His kids were walking the dog by. The guy yelled. Then somebody else in our neighborhood lost their dog, and neighborhood, neighbors were looking for the dog. And my buddy and his wife drove up and saw the guy and said, excuse me, my buddy lost his dog. Did you see a dog out here? The guy turned his back and said, go fuck yourself. Yeah, this isn't exactly a nice man. And so I'm bothered by it. So let's just say I drove past the house. And I guess legally I can say this. I'm just looking to talk to the guy, maybe, or just say like, hey, don't talk to my kids in a certain way. Anyway, something happened, nothing bad. And I'll talk about it on Anything Better podcast because I don't want to repeat myself. But do you have a neighbor that's just something's wrong, something's off? I don't talk to my neighbors. I curse at people. Something's wrong. Something's like really off. And yeah, I don't know how to handle it because if my fucking kids go there and get treated a certain way, I'm not going to be able to handle it. So I probably shouldn't be talking about this on my podcast. So I'll say that I'll do all the right things and I'll talk to the right people and the authorities. And I will make sure that everything is documented, and I will do the right thing as far as protocol of what to do with this. Okay. But yeah, don't like that if my dog was running near this guy's yard, that there can be a problem. So we'll leave it at that. It's never a dull moment, is there? Never a fucking dull moment, because there's got to be some sort of dickhead. There's got to be some asshole in life, doesn't there? It's got to be, whether it's a politician, whether it's a celebrity, whether it's a neighbor, whether it's a family member, whether it's a fucking pet, there's always a fucking problem, isn't there? There's always got to be a problem. Always has to be a little bit of a fucking problem. It can never be. You ever notice that about life? Isn't that fucked up about life? Isn't that crazy about life? That you ever have like a good, perfect 2 weeks, then something. Aunt Sally got sick. This one got a stroke. Your car broke down. You ever notice that about life? And I get it. It's life. I get it. But it's just, can somebody go, what's the longest you've went without a fucking problem, without a big fight at home, without an issue with your car, without a health issue with yourself or somebody else, without something going on in your job, without being, pissed off at somebody at your job, or your boss treated you like shit in a meeting and you're taking it home? How long can you go without nothing? Got some neighbors screaming at people, or your dog's going to get off the fucking leash and go run. You're running around a neighborhood like a lunatic, calling for a fucking dog in the middle of the night. You know how weird that is for your neighbors if you're sitting there in the middle of the night and they just hear Lloyd, fucking 10 o'clock at night. Then you got some lunatic who probably wants to come out and shoot you because he's mentally ill. It's always something, guys. It's always something. That's why you got to be happy and you got to try to. That's why you can't sweat the small stuff. Unbelievable, man. Really, really, truly unbelievable shit. But I'm going on vacation. I'm going to close the computer for a week. Okay. There will be no Virzi effect next week. All right. I don't think so. I may be able to do it from the beach, but I'm getting a beach house with my family. We are literally getting a big house on the ocean. I will be there for a week, relaxing, kind of the calm before the storm. And I will be boogie boarding, and boogie boarding. It sounds better. I'll be boogie boarding. I'll be chilling. I'll be getting catching some rays, as they say. On a strict diet, about to shoot a special. And I'm only going to tell this on the Virzi Effect podcast. Okay. Because I don't know 1000%, but I'm like 99.99%. It looks like, and again, this may change, subject to change, but I doubt it. Looks like my special will be shot September 18th, somewhere in New York. Okay. Somewhere in New York. We're finalizing it now. It should be about a 350 to 400 seater. Okay. I'm changed being out of state, at least for now. There's still a chance we go out of state if one thing falls through. I will tell you guys that on the Virzi Effect. If one thing falls through, there's a chance it will be out of state and we'll go from there and we may have a new date or whatever. Looks like definitely September, looks like definitely the 18th, but I'll say in that window of that, give or take a weekend near it, if something falls through, which it does not look like it's going to fall through. So if everything stays the way it is now, it'll be September 18th, somewhere in New York. I'll make that final announcement on the next show, and we will definitely know. We're actually going to definitely know by this weekend. It's been a lot of stuff with COVID protocol, guys. That's the reason. COVID and budgets and fines with certain things and all kinds of stuff going on. COVID changed things for this one. And, they said, where do you want to go that's comfortable, that you know well? And I chose a place. So I will confirm that very, very soon. It will be directed by my boy, Pete Davidson, who saw the stuff and wants to get behind the camera for it. Troy Miller, All Things Comedy will produce it. It's going to be really, really cool. I'm really excited, looking forward to doing it. So hopefully we'll have that announcement very, very soon. And guys, I'm going to be coming to a lot of cities that I've never been to. And a lot of, or I should say, some cities that I've recently been to once and some places that I haven't been to. Place I have not been to, which looks like it's actually, I need to see if that's on. I'm supposed to get the link today, but it looks like Omaha, Nebraska, August 6th and 7th, Funny Bone in Omaha, Nebraska. That's coming. Okay. You guys know that I'm going to be at the Comedy Festival in Connecticut, the Connecticut Comedy Festival, July 23rd at the SHU Theater, the Sacred Heart Community Theater in Fairfield, Connecticut. July 23rd, I'm coming back to Fairfield. I love it. I got fans there. They always come out, support that. July 30th and 31st, Nashville, Tennessee. I'm coming back for 2 shows, the Late Show Friday, the Late Show Saturday. 9:30 Friday, July 30th, 9:30 Saturday, July 31st at Zany's in Nashville. Get tickets for those 2 shows. They will sell out. Those are available right now. And right when you hear this, I would get those. If you're in that area, I'm bringing the new hour. And the new hour there is going to be, really close to ready, because a lot of the stuff that you guys will see, I will be doing on my special. So Nashville, go out there. And then August 6th and 7th, I should be at the Omaha, Nebraska Funny Bone. And what else? September 3rd and 4th, back for the second time ever, Wise Guys Comedy Club. It's been rescheduled. Wise Guys Comedy Club in Utah. Okay, Salt Lake City, Utah. Get those tickets. Let people know it got rescheduled, but I will be there September 3rd and 4th before my special. That is in Salt Lake City, Utah. So check that out. All of those dates are on paulvirzi.com. And yeah, man, I'm hoping that we can lock this down. I hope you guys like the new hour better than the last. I do. Everyone else seems to think it's better. I'm really excited about it. So come out to those shows. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, guys. I got a YouTube channel. Last year I didn't even have one. Last year I just put a YouTube channel up, did nothing with it, thinking that it's just going to start appearing. And now we're have thousands of subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. Also, the Anything Better YouTube channel, the podcast I do with Bill Burr. Subscribe to that. I mean, you got a ton of shit to subscribe to. My channel, the AB channel, spread the word with this shit. And there you go. I wish there was an interactive way to talk to you guys during a podcast. That's got to be the next shit. The next podcast shit needs to be, and by the way, thank you guys for all the reviews, subscriptions, please rate, review the Virzi Effect. Get it anywhere you get your podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you get them. But that would be dope if I can talk and then I can see a button, but I had somebody screen you guys, because I can't have some fucking fat fuck from Portland, Oregon named Bradley. And I just hit a button, go, Bradley, man, you're on the Virzi Effect. What's up, buddy? I just fuck you. I can't have that, just some fat Bradley. So, but I would really like to have that, to be able to talk to you guys, one thing I wanted to make a point to on this podcast to talk about was, I've said it once before, and I just want to say it again. Multiple people have been writing to me, about their depression. Multiple people have been telling me that they have hard days. And it is very humbling, and it is very nice to hear that myself and the Virzi Effect podcast and things that I do get them through. And the fact that I don't even want to get emotional here. I could, but as many of you know, if you were listening to this show, 4 years ago or whatever, when I would just do audio and talk shit, I went through a very, very hard depression where I was basically for 90 days, like almost incapacitated. I was in a guest room in my house. I was just brutally in a hole that I thought I would never get out of. I was delusional. I thought I had all kinds of diseases. I was not able to look at my kids because I didn't think I'd see them grow up. Going to the refrigerator was, really tough to do. Getting a drink was tough to do. Getting out of bed, all I looked forward to was the nighttime, because I knew everybody would be sleeping and it'd be okay if I wasn't doing anything. And I talked about that, and I talked about it in my special. And the fact that my stupid ass can make people that go through that feel better is a real amazing thing. That's something that gets me emotional, because it's like, I know where you are. I know where you are, and I know how hard the day can be, and I know how tiring it can be. But I also know that it turns around, and I also know that it gets better. And I know that when you get to the other side of it and you see the light at the end of the tunnel and you work through it, I know that you'll look back on the dark time and go, wow, I'm glad I got through that. And so I want to thank all of you who wrote to me saying thank you for talking about it. I really appreciate you writing to me, letting me know that. But more importantly, want you to know that if I can get out of it like I did, and I can enjoy my life after like I did, you can too. Will there be bad? Will there be bad days? Yeah, there will be bad days. Will there be bad days and moments, but then good ones? Yes. So um, it's just one of those things where you got to work through it. You got to kind of nip it in the bud before you feel it, or as you're starting to feel it, be like, okay, make sure I get my, like, and I know this sounds crazy, stupid, corny, but like, make sure I get my sleep, make sure I'm not taking substances, make sure I'm getting the rest that my body and brain and all that shit needs. Look, man, I'm getting old now. By buying fucking pillows at Macy's yesterday. I'm walking around Macy's with fucking pillows. You want to know why? Because a good sleep, no pain in my neck, less pain in my neck. And a good sleep is good for the chemicals in your brain and good for your brain, and it gets you going. So, all that stuff, man, you'll get through it. And remember, man, we got eternity to be dead, but we only got a gap to live. Okay. Think about that for a second. We got eternity to be dead. When we're gone, we're gone. Okay. At least from here. So make the best of the gap that you have to live. So when people say, man, I'm tired of this, I don't know if it's like, what's the alternative? Just, okay, like, you're going to get better. You're going to get better. You have to try to figure it out. You don't fuck with chemicals. Make sure those doctors don't fuck with your drugs, because that's what they do sometimes. They'll say, hey, man, up the dose or lower the dose. Next thing you know, you're out of your fucking mind. And then they're looking at you like you're crazy. Don't do that shit. Just you know what you need. You know what works for you. Make sure that you do that shit. But the whole point of this was just to say that it means a lot that I connected with some of you people who suffer from depression, who suffer from anxiety, who go through those day-to-day struggles like I did. I still deal with it, but I've learned after that fucking hole that I got out of, I learned a lot, and I felt like it made me stronger. So there you go. That's all that I wanted to say, because people need to hear it. People need to hear and understand that it's okay and it's normal to feel like that. And especially dudes, man. You know, a lot of dudes will be like, man, fuck, I ain't talking to anybody. Fuck, what am I going to, let me sucking some dick after that? Those guys are assholes. Seriously. If you're one of those guys who's like, you'll be the first one to cry. Those guys who like hold it down. I'll tell you, I've said it. The real tough guys say it. The real tough guys say, man, I'm fucked up. I need help. That's a real tough guy. Real tough guy goes, I want to be there for my kids in a better mental state instead of walking around, drowning it in booze, walking around. Those motherfuckers either drop dead of heart attacks or drink themselves and use substance abuse to death, and that's how they deal with it. Fuck that. If something's wrong, fix it. Fix it to be a better father. Fix it to be a better husband. Fix it to be a better person. Get through that shit. Okay. Nobody cares about how tough you are. I don't give a shit if you know what I mean? These guys talking all that shit, man. It's like, for what? For what? Like the idea that look, Tony Soprano went. I know it was a fake character, but he went and this shit was still cool. Go talk to somebody. Go get med. I'm not taking medicine, man. Ain't fucking with me. That's bullshit. It's like, there's a medicine that would probably work for you, you fucking dope. There's a medicine that will work for you if you have daily anxiety, if you have daily OCD. There's medicines that work. Talk to people. There's help out there. It's 2021. You might as well live the best that you could live while you're here, instead of fucking sitting in something and just being fucking miserable and depressed and going to a bar and drinking shots and waking up and getting fat and being hungover and then going through that fucking hamster wheel. No, that's how I feel. So all I could tell you guys is about my experience, what happened for me, what made me feel better. That's all that I can do. So, anyway, I don't mean to get all heavy, but people have been reaching out to me, and I try to get back to people that talk about the depression thing. I really do. But if I don't get back to you, I'm talking to you here. You'll be okay. You'll be okay, man. Just concentrate on the things that matter, like your kids and the people that love you. Nothing else matters. Okay. Your boss, your fucking job, Don't get stuck on that. You get another job. You ever talk to those people that are like, what am I going to do? What am I doing if I lose my job? What do you mean? What are you going to do? You're going to get another fucking job. What? Oh, yeah. You ever talk to somebody who was really nervous about like leaving their job and then they left and they're so fucking happy and it's the best thing they did because they took that risk? That's why. It's always that. It's like, I don't know. I like people be panicking and shit. Oh my God, I don't, I've been here for 8 years and this is my mom. What am I going to do? And then they leave and they go, I can't believe I didn't leave 3 to 4 years. You're going to be okay. Right. So there you go. It's a little therapy from me. Not going to lie. I'm still tired from the party. It's hot as shit outside. It's muggy. Okay. I'm going to sit and I want to sit in like 63-degree freezing cold air conditioning and just chill. But you guys come out and see me in Connecticut, July 23rd. Come out and see me in Nashville, July 30th, 31st. Omaha, Nebraska, the 6th and 7th. Probably have some other dates in the middle there. I'm at the Stand in New York City all the time. The Comedy Cellar. You could check me out all the time. Well, all those shows it's not always all the time because it depends on the week, but you could check my website for all the dates and ticket links, YouTube channels and all that stuff. So there you go. I hope to see you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, man, what else can I say? Let's do it again next week. Hopefully maybe I'll have another guest. You guys will be seeing the Anything Better podcast with me and Bill Burr will come out this Saturday as well. So until then, I'm out of here, man. I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Be good.